In 1970s Britain, with the rise of counterculture as seen in the newly emerging punk scene, things were changing for the public, not only for the better, as economic hardships were on the rise for the working class, leading to the popular form of escapism at the time, which was film. The Rocky Horror Picture Show was a film released in 1975 based on the musical stage production of the Rocky Horror Show in 1973. Brad and Janet are left with a flat tire and find refuge in scientist Frank-N-Furter's mansion, where they meet an abundance of wacky characters and eventually Frank-N-Furter's newest creation, Rocky. Archetypes and the subversion of gender roles throughout the use of character comment on the standards for society. Frank-N-Furter plays the archetype of the mad scientist, openly rejecting gender norms with his costume, makeup, and flamboyant personality. Brad and Janet initially represent a conservative couple, fitting the standards of conformity at the time, but develop into more free versions of themselves as they spend more time with the Transylvanians and stop caring about the expectations set for them.
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky!
Janet!
Dr. Scott!
Janet!
Brad!
Rocky!
The Transylvanians themselves represent a break from the oppressive society and stand unseen in it as they roam doing as they please. The use of character is to create a satirical commentary on 1970s roles in society, challenging audiences to question their own identities. The camera work emphasizes the flamboyant nature of the film, creating a surreal effect. The movements replicate disorientation and a heightened reality throughout the film. The dynamic angles add to the exaggerated nature of the film and mirror voyeuristic camera style. Even the wide shots in the film have the role of representing inclusivity during the dance sequences. This effect is created with the camera work in order to subvert traditional film conventions, with the surreal elements creating an escape for the viewer. The film blends a mix of ridiculous sound effects to increase the absurdity of the film and play into the genre. The sound blends rock and roll, humour, and horror. This blend of genres is not only unusual, but disorientating. An example of sound use is with the use of silence, as it heavily contrasts the loud and flamboyant nature of the film in parts. This adds to the themes of rebellion and chaos that the film is pushing. This unique mix of sounds adds to the originality of the film as it continues to subvert conventions and go against expectations. The lighting is exaggerated, with high contrast and long shadows, making it non-naturalistic. It takes elements from horror films, creating a gothic lighting style. This style makes the lighting appear almost cartoonish, which links to the absurd nature of the film. Themes of absurdity and flamboyancy that are common in technical aspects of the Rocky Horror Picture Show represent the almost fantastical premise of the film, which is a break from conventional roles. The contrast between sounds, lighting, etc. are used to create disorientation, pushing the themes of chaos which inspire audiences to question the conventional roles. The use of surreal filmmaking techniques take inspiration from popular films at the time. Surreal filmmaking was on the rise in the 1970s due to the economic hardships at the time, which caused the working class to turn to surreal films as a form of escapism. To conclude, whilst the Rocky Horror Picture Show didn't gain much popularity until years after its release, the cult classic pushed for ideas that were ahead of its time, providing a space within itself for people who didn't fit in.